watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
And you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hello! Do it like that.
Hello!
Yeah, like that.
Hello!
Not like that.
No, that was awful.
The one you did when I wasn't.
Hello!
Okay, save it for when it's on.
Sorry.
God, you know, I turn off the microphone, and you're like, gold. I turn the microphone on, and I get ah. Seriously, ready?
Hello! That was an idiot. Damn it. Hello!
That was it!
Alright, this is the one. Hello! Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
So, yeah, do it like, hey! Alright, you ready for hey?
Hey!
Now.
Hello! Hey!
Knock 'em dead. Comedy show.
Hello!
Do it like that.
Hello!
Yeah, like that.
Okay, here we are. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues getting started this morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown, New York. We are live on Gov's Comedy Club podcast, the YouTube channel, and the Facebook channel. However, it is Tuesday Trivia. It's Tuesday Trivia.
Fun.
That's right. Tuesday Trivia. So if you'd like to participate in Tuesday Trivia, please head on over to the YouTube feed, because that is where we're monitoring the comments, and that is where I need to see your answers later when we play Tuesday Trivia. So please, but either page that you're on, hit the likes and the thumbs up and subscribe and follow and do all that social media following type stuff that you got to do. We need that. Okay. Hello. Good morning, Mr. Walker. Good morning, Mr. Rusiello, sir. Hope you're well. We're going to get to Tuesday Trivia soon. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show welcomes Alyson Chadwick is here, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see Alyson Chadwick again.
Nice to see you too.
How
It's
are
nice
you?
to be here. Good. Great.
And again, my apologies. We were having some issues getting started, but we're good to go. You took blame for the technical issues.
I did, yeah. I admit radiation. It kills plants and
Yeah.
hurts technology. I don't know what it is.
Or is it technology hurting you?
Maybe.
I've seen your videos.
Ah!
That's right. You, F-U TV,
Yeah. Why is it so judgy, that TV?
judgy.
Yeah, I put on a movie. I'm going to Iceland and I want to see Eurovision because we're going to Usavik.
Oh.
And I said Eurovision, and the TV said, "You seem to be very fond of Will Ferrell." Like, what's it to you, TV?
Well, first off, I don't know Eurovision. Is that a Will Ferrell movie?
It's a Will Ferrell movie, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
It's about a song contest in Europe.
Oh. So because you picked that one movie, they're automatically like...
Yeah.
Or
Well, I do watch a decent amount of Will Ferrell movies, but
There
I
you
also
go.
watch a decent amount of Adam Sandler movies and other movies. But
And the TV hasn't asked if you like
that's
Adam
the only
Sandler.
time in the 5 years I've had the TV that it ever spoke back to me like that. Giving me lip, that TV.
I don't. Yeah, it's it's kind of weird to think. Do you ever see people like they'll put the tape on the
Oh yeah.
the camera part? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you do that?
No, I don't care about that.
You don't care about that. You're just like,
Whatever. People are that bored with their lives, they're going to tune into me watching TV. Then who am I to deprive them of that?
absolutely right. Yeah,
know.
kind of like watching the Truman Show.
There you go.
Yeah. Which is not with Will Ferrell.
No, it's not. But I have watched it on that TV. It's never been like, oh, you really like such and such.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But then. Oh, okay. Yes, I saw that video. But you know what gets me? I hate the kiosks in the stores.
Oh, the self-checkout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate them.
I try not. I hate it when they then ask you for your receipt. Like, why didn't you just, Although I did go to a Safeway in Washington, and I walked
Yeah.
up to the kiosk, and the person ahead of me had bought like $200 worth of food and just walked away.
What do you mean without paying me?
Yeah, without paying. So I went up and it already had all the stuff. They had steak. They had all this stuff. And I'd go to the Safeway people and be like, that's not me. I'm just getting cat food and Fresca.
Right, which is not $200.
Yeah.
Oh, at least I hope not.
No.
Wow, really? You saw the person
Yeah,
just walk away?
and I didn't really wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah.
I went up and I'm like, I didn't even scan anything. What is all this stuff here? But yeah,
I hear a lot about that. People are just doing that because
Yeah.
there's really nobody
no one
watching.
watching. Yeah.
It's crazy. See, now if you had people there, they'd be ringing them up and giving
Yeah, then you wouldn't be stuffing
Right.
steaks in your
That's
bag
right.
to take home.
and see that's what happens when you take jobs away from people. So I hate those things, and I hate because then the fast food plate. Well, I know you posted a video about McDonald's, but I do. I mean that's where this comes from, fast food. But a lot of these places, they have the kiosks.
Oh, yeah,
you got to
you
place
can-
your order, and they always get it wrong. I'm very particular. I'm a very picky eater, so I don't like certain things. I don't like anything. I just like meat and bun on my burger. I don't even like ketchup.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm weird. So but you can't, like, it's so hard to find that on
Yeah.
the kiosk, like totally plain, no cheese, and like of course it gets it wrong every
Of
time.
course, yeah.
Because I just want a person. Right? You're very outspoken politically, and I'm not looking to get into politics, but a lot of Democrats are, well, I don't know. It seems to me like Democrats are more about the workforce, about labor.
Yeah, I think
Labor
so.
friendly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. It does.
Yeah, whenever I've worked on a political campaign for the Democrats, I've only worked for the Democrats.
Right.
We have to get all of our printing done by union shops. It all has to have the union bug.
Right.
And we've had to send people hours, like on presidential campaigns, to drive to get tickets or something because there was no union printing that was available.
Oh,
locally.
wow.
So it's.
Well, that's.
But it's
commendable.
always,
Yeah.
we always support the unions.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not trying to spark anybody off or anything, but it does, from my experience, it always seemed like that the Democrats were more labor friendly, and not to say the Republicans weren't. It just seemed like it was more
Right.
on the Democrat side. Yeah. So, and is that?
I think that's true.
Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to cover my bases because I'm not looking to spark anybody off. You know who is trying to spark things off?
Who?
Do you know Ivory Fields?
I do not.
Ivory Field. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
He did an interview with Don Sill. Let's see, that's Don Sill. Don Sill. Don Sill does a show on here on Fridays called Donversations. He interviewed Ivory Fields for this Friday's show, and Ivory Fields went off on John Butera.
Really?
Yes, he was like flipping him the bird and
Dang.
telling stories about him. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Now, and you're friends with John.
Yeah, I like John a lot.
So would you like to feed the fire and say anything bad about John?
I've got nothing bad to say about John. Sorry.
I'm just joking around. No, I love John. I was just talking to him yesterday, but I was shocked. And there is a clip of it on YouTube, or you can go to Gov's Comedy Club podcast on Friday and check out Donversations. See what Ivory has to say. He's got a lot to say, but he's a good guy.
Right.
How you doing?
I'm great. I just came back
Yeah?
from a 16-day cruise to the Mediterranean.
Ooh.
And I am very relaxed right now. It was amazing.
But you went with your mom?
Yes.
And it was still relaxing?
Yeah, I mean, we had a few issues. My mother has dementia. So, and they always say don't travel with someone with dementia, but I think that's crap.
Why is that? I never heard that.
Because once they get into a routine, if someone has dementia, it can be upsetting to take them out of that routine.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, like, my mother the other day thought Donald Trump was in our house, and she was very upset. Oh. So she could either be upset at home or on a cruise where I don't have to cook or clean.
Exactly.
And the only thing is, one day she said, I want to go home and see the cats. And I said, we can't do that today. And she said, well, give me one good reason why not. And I said, because we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
She goes, no, we're not on a boat. And I said, look out the window. That's because we had a balcony. And I'm like, what's that? Water. It's the ocean. We can't go home today.
Unless you're going swimming.
Yeah, unless you're not that good of a swimmer, Mom.
Well, with dementia, and I'm not making fun, but can you say, yeah, a little while. We'll go home a little while.
Well, the problem is you never know when they're going to remember something you said.
Right,
like
okay.
I said, oh, your mother is on vacation, and then she talked to someone else. They looked up her mother and found her obituary. So, like, I can't, I just, I try to be as honest with her as I can.
Yeah, okay.
Just because I think it's, I want her to be able to trust me. And if I lie about things, she finds out, then she's not going to trust me.
Yeah, true.
But also on the cruise, she talks to other people, and we took a great tour of Lisbon, and she was asking all these questions of the tour guide. She really opens up her world way, staying at home doesn't. So
sure. No, that's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know much about dementia, and I've never heard that. Wow, that TV is freaking out over there. What is going on?
The radiation, I admit, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you right, if it works fine after you leave here, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be scared of you. Who's calling me now? All right, I don't recognize the number. Okay. No, I don't know. Fortunately, I don't know anything about dementia. I would think I would think that would be a nice thing to do to take them out, and let them kind of. Well, I would think they'd pick up on the relaxing vibe of being on a cruise.
It's funny because she loves to swim, so she went in the pool, and this woman said to me, "Oh, your mother is so happy," and I told my mom that, and she said, "Well, that's not a very good look for me." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" She goes, "That people think I'm old enough to be your mother." What'd she say when you told her I'm not your mother? I said, "Well, Mom, I didn't tell her that." But, she says that you have to laugh at these things because she doesn't mean it. But it's just like, how old do you... I think she thinks because she's expecting someone younger and thinner. And she's like, you're not Alyson. Right. She says to me all the time, you're the other Alyson. I'm like, there isn't any other Alyson. But okay. Yeah, she's nasty, that one. You stay away from that other one. It just cracks me up.
Well, that's nice of you. You're a good daughter for taking her on vacation, especially... with that going on. So.
Well, she used to love to travel. She has a PhD. She did all of her dissertation work in Iceland. She lived in Thailand for 2 years. She was in the Peace Corps back in the early 60s.
No kidding.
So, yeah, my first international trip was to Iceland. My first solo flight internationally was when I was 6, when I flew back from Iceland. But that's why us going to Iceland is very special. Okay. Because she's been there.
Right.
And she's always wanted to go to Greenland and never has. So.
Okay. So is that coming
That's
up?
our next trip in August.
I've heard wonderful things about it. I actually have a few friends that have been there.
Yeah.
I heard it's beautiful. But, wow. So that's where all this comes from, huh? From your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we go traveling, it's like she becomes back to what she used to be. She's a little more like she used to be.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's,
yeah.
So where'd you go? The Lisbon, you said?
We went to the Azores, which we didn't get off at because it was raining. We took a transatlantic cruise on Norwegian. We went to Portugal, Spain, France, and Italy. We ended up in Italy.
How many days did
16.
you get? 16. No, but in Italy.
Oh, 2. That was
off the boat, like in.
Yeah. We went to Pisa and then we ended up in Rome.
Oh, very nice.
So that was very nice.
Yeah,
we stayed right by the Colosseum. I wanted to see the cats at the Colosseum.
You want to see the cats at the Colosseum?
Yes, cats in Rome are protected by law, and every day at dusk, people come out and volunteers and feed them.
Oh, what? There's a large cat population.
They're like thousands of cats. Yeah.
Really? Like loose?
Yeah, they're just feral cats that they feed.
I've never heard this. Like, why there?
Well, there's a couple cities. I think Turkey has a lot of that.
Really?
Apparently in Turkey, cats, the bodega cats in the city.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. And wherever they happen to be is where their home is. They're not allowed to be moved.
Oh.
So, of course, I wish in Turkey they helped people a little bit more, but,
Well, yeah.
What do you do?
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Cats freak me out. they're weird animals. Like they're, you never know what, and like you never out of nowhere they'll knock that over. Like I can't.
I had a cat that if I like to have water next to my bed at night because I get thirsty.
Yeah.
But I couldn't with her because she just knocked it over on top of me. So
On top of you?
Yeah. No, she always tried to do it so it would get me. So I'd be sleeping, then I'd be wet and not happy, But it's okay.
But that's what I mean. Like at least the dogs are dumb, but you know what they're doing.
See, my cat Moose, he's 26 pounds now.
That's a big cat.
But you always know what he's thinking.
That's a wolf.
He could be, yeah.
Yeah.
He could be a lion.
See, that's what I meant to say, actually. That would freak me out. That would scare me even more. Like, I'd wake up
but he's
with
the
my head in that
sweetest
thing.
cat.
Yeah, now.
Although I have a housemate who came and asked me something and I was sleeping, and he was sleeping on top of me. My entire body was covered by this cat.
The cat was, not the housemate.
No, not the housemate.
Oh, okay. That's a totally different
That would
story.
be a different experience.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, you said, he wanted to ask me a question. I woke up with him on top of me. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure which him you.
Well, my housemate's a woman. So.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tony likes a good burger with onions. No, I don't. John says, wonderful daughter. She giving her mother a great quality of life. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing. And now you have Islip is next. You have that planned?
Yes, we're leaving on August 8th again on Norwegian. This is our third cruise with Norwegian.
But that's a good thing.
Well, the first one we took, I wanted to go from and come back to New York, and that was the only one I could find that was where I wanted to go, and left from New York and got back to New York.
You guys aren't flyers?
No, just that because I'd never done one, I wanted to cut down on whatever stress I had. So I thought going from New York City would be easier than flying someplace and going.
Yeah.
We flew back from Rome on this last one.
Oh, okay. I've never done a cruise like maybe like a few hours, but I've never done.
I was always anti-cruise. I don't know why.
Anti-cruise?
I was very anti-cruise. I thought that's not the real way you travel. 'Cause I've taken some adventure travel trips. I climbed Kilimanjaro.
Nice.
I've trekked to the base camp of Everest.
Oh, wow.
So I thought you find your own place, you do your own thing. But especially when you're dealing with someone who's older like my mother, cruise is great because she can't get lost. There's only so many places you can go on the boat.
Right.
And it's got everything right there that she likes. So.
Right, yeah, it is. Like, they're so big now. It's like you're in a town or a city or a state even.
Well, there's one Norwegian boat that has a racetrack on it, and you can, like...
Not with horses.
No, with, like, cars. But, I mean...
With cars?
Yeah, there's got a racetrack, and you could, like, whatever, like at a bumper car situation.
Oh, my goodness.
But at the same time, like, I don't get car sick, and I don't really get seasick, but I can't tell you that I'm not going to get one of those if I'm driving on a boat.
Yeah, true.
Just,
but I would think it would smell too. The exhaust.
I think it's on the
gas.
top of the boat.
All right, then I don't know. Shit's leaking. I don't know. Wow, Wow, I'm learning a lot. See, I always learn a lot when you come in. You're so worldly. I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm not.
You are. Between the political and mom, and like you're always traveling.
Well,
That's great.
We didn't take a trip for decades, my mom and I. So
you're on a plane alone at 6.
Well, right, but that was a long time ago. I'm clearly not 6. But
7.
We hadn't taken a trip in a long time, and I thought we deserved it.
Absolutely.
She moved up to live with me last August, and I thought it'd be a nice break.
Okay.
It's something we're going to keep doing.
Mm-hmm. She where was she?
She was in Florida.
Oh, she was. Oh, okay. What? And then when she found out about the dementia,
she realized that about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago now, that she couldn't live alone anymore. She was afraid to cook, and she called me. And I have an apartment in the first floor of the house that her parents built, so she's very familiar with the house. And she said, "Can I come live in that apartment?" And I said, "Sure." It had been an Airbnb. I was renting it out as an Airbnb,
right. Mm-hmm.
but I just made some adjustments. I put a stair lift in for her.
Oh, nice.
And a new window in her bathroom, and I try to make it safe for her.
Right.
She does fall sometimes, so I don't want her walking up and down the stairs.
So you, wow, you're good to your mom. Let's say that Mother's Day ties right in. Yeah. So that must be a kind of a job in itself.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It totally is.
So this is the house that you grew up in.
I grew up half the time there. My father actually had a house about a mile away. It's weird because my grandparents, my mother's parents, built the house.
Mm-hmm.
Then my father bought it from my mother,
Oh.
and then he died, so I inherited it.
Oh, wow.
Bought from my
that's-
grandmother, yeah.
I've seen some photos, and it looks like a beautiful area of
It's great.
Setauket over there.
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook. Then what's with the Setauket stuff? You have Setauket stuff on your...
Well, I like Setauket is where the Culper spy ring originated, which is helped us win the revolution.
Oh.
And I find that whole story fascinating.
Oh, okay.
But we're actually in Stony Brook.
See, that's what I thought, but then you were posting so much stuff about Setauket that I was like, oh, maybe that's where she lives.
I don't know who's calling me. They can go away.
You sure?
Yes.
I can turn the mic off if
No,
you need to get it.
They can go away.
They can go away. Yeah, go away. Let's see. Her cat needs a saddle. Yes. Unions are pronounced unions, not onions. What did I... Oh, Tony likes a good burger with unions. Oh, yeah, you're right. I totally screwed that up. Sorry. But that does... What does that mean? Tony likes a good burger with unions. Was that the joke, that it was like onions, unions? I don't know. I have a lot of weird people that watch this thing. And I hardly
Well, it
ever
is
know
Long
what they...
Island.
Well, true. And I hardly ever know what they're talking about. Oh, all right. So, because then you even posted something about, where was it? That there's like, you posted something about how great Setauket is, and you were like challenging people to like disagree or something. Do I have to find this post now?
I don't remember what I was posting about. I post a lot of stuff sometimes.
Oh, all right. I was
Could have
gonna.
been late at night. I've been eating some gummies. I don't know what's going on.
And you have.
Gummies are my new favorite thing.
Is that right?
They keep me out of prison.
They keep you out of prison.
Well, I mean, I love my mother, but when you get asked the same question 100,000 times, you can get a little testy.
Yeah, I bet.
Gummies kind of chill me out when that happens.
Very nice.
And on the boat, it was amazing. I had a gummy. I laid in bed, and the water was moving the boat, and I was like, "This is amazing." This thing.
Well, yeah, no wonder you're all relaxed after that vacation.
Oh, it was amazing. It was great. Except that I did develop a little bit of a Reuben habit.
That's on my list. It's here Reuben addiction right there.
Yeah, because we're going to go through the Straits of Gibraltar.
Okay.
And I wanted to be awake for that because we didn't go through till like 3 a.m. So it was 1 a.m, and I'm like starting to drag, and I'm like, went and got a Reuben. And then honestly, I was going to go live on Facebook. I thought it'd be really dramatic, but it wasn't, because it's like, oh, some lights over there are Europe, and those lights over there are Africa. But I did stay up to see the Rock of Gibraltar, which I did see. I saw it better in the picture I took.
Yeah.
But I went and had a Reuben sandwich to stay awake, and then 12 hours later, I was back at that same restaurant with my mom, and I had a second Reuben. And then I had a Reuben almost every day of the trip. Like the last night, I was walking by the Irish pub, and it was 1 a.m. I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be able to order a Reuben at home in the middle of the night, so I got my last Reuben.
Was it your last Reuben?
Yes, I've not had one since I got back.
Trying to stay awake. So what made you think of like a Reuben? Like, why a Reuben?
Somebody else was having one, and I'm like, that looks good. I'm going to get one.
Okay. And it had been how long since you had any kind of meat?
Oh, I still eat. I mean, I was eating meat, not very much. I really don't eat much beef or pork. I don't eat any pork, really. But so it had been a while since I had meat. I have chicken and fish, but I don't really have that.
And you were like, screw it, I'm on the boat. I need to stay awake. So so it wasn't really like the Reuben will keep you awake. It was just more the action of eating something good?
Yeah, and I was hungry. I went dancing every night on the boat.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had been dancing, and then I was hungry.
With Mom?
No. She would actually go to bed kind of early.
Oh.
And then I'd go out and go dancing. So I would be out till like 1 or 2, then get up with her at 6, and then I'd take a nap in the afternoon.
That's fine.
But it was great.
Nice. Look at you going out dancing. Look at you doing your gummies and dancing. You're like partying.
It was fun. It took me 5 days to recover from the cruise when I got back.
Totally
I was
worth
tired.
it. Yeah.
But it was great.
Wow. Did you meet people when you were dancing?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of people that travel on cruises by themselves. So there was kind of a group of solo travelers.
A lot of people?
There was every night they had a get together, and there was like 50 people the first night.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, there were a decent number. So I'd go out, and I met a bunch of people that we'd go do karaoke or dance or something.
Karaoke?
I love karaoke.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Really? So you do that normally?
Not really.
Oh, but
and
you
I don't
love
really. But there on the boat, it's right there. So why
What's
not?
your favorite song to sing in karaoke?
Depends on my mood. I think I did some Nine Inch Nails on the boat.
You did 9 Inch Nails?
I think I did. Yeah, I did Closer. Yeah.
I never would have associated you with 9 Inch Nails. Wow.
I've seen that live a couple times, a long time ago. But yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Is that's your thing?
I like all kinds of music. There's not one kind I like.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
not big on yodeling, but everything else.
Well, damn it! This just killed the whole show. That's all I had.
The yodelers have to go home. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. All right. So if I said to you right now, we're gonna do karaoke, what are you in the mood for right now? Don't worry, I won't. Well, I might make you do it.
I guess I'm really in love with a new Alanis Morissette song, "The Reasons I Drink."
Oh, that's a new one of hers?
That's a new one. Yeah,
I
I like
haven't
that
heard
song a lot. I don't know.
The Reasons Why I Drink. I have to. That's a great
It's a
title.
good song.
Is it? Yeah, she's great. You don't really hear much of her
Yeah,
anymore.
I hadn't heard from her in a long time, but then this came out and I liked it a lot.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so you did the 9 Inch Nails on the cruise? Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't, and now I don't picture a big 9 Inch Nails fandom on the cruise.
The audience. I'm like, you're all gonna hate me, but they had a great time. It was really.
Yeah.
It was a good group of people.
Wow. Was there what kind of entertainment? Was John Joseph performing on the ship? Do you know who John Joseph is? Please say yes. Oh, damn it!
I suck. They had a horrible singer that I referred to affectionately as the devil's concubine, who would sing
That's
in the
affectionate.
main atrium area every night, and she was just destroying every song. She made me hate Billy Joel at one point. I'm like,
oh yeah,
she had New York State of Mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, you've destroyed that song and make me hate Billy Joel for writing it.
Yep.
Like it was so bad.
Wow.
And she was paid by them.
Well, I was just thinking that, and the cruise ships pay the entertainment pretty well.
Yeah, no, she was horrible. But they had the cruise staff was actually great. They had put on a show the second last night where they did sketches based on movies.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm like, they've got to do Titanic,
And they didn't?
They did. That was that was their finale. I actually think if I ran a cruise company, Titanic would be on the main screen as you entered the boat.
Well,
just to set the mood.
Right. How to enjoy a cruise more than just than talk about it sinking.
Yeah, right.
That's a great idea.
Maybe sell some wetsuits on board to make some extra money.
Yeah. Maybe people can pay to get themselves painted in the nude.
There you go. See,
Right.
you can have a whole Titanic theme.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. I thought that'd be funny. I said that to one of the bartenders, and he said, they would never do that. I'm like, of course they wouldn't, but it would still be funny.
I was trying to make you laugh, Isaac. Calm down.
Well, the funny thing is the guy next to him laughed really hard. He's like, that would be hilarious. I'm like, see? Tell your friend.
Really? Tell this guy, the bartender. He has no sense of humor. Did you try... They don't... Do they have anything like an open mic where you can get up and do your
They don't
comedy?
anything like that. They do have comedy. I wasn't terribly interested. I went in and I watched some of it, and then I'm like, I want to go do karaoke. But they have a lot of things on the ship to do. There's like water slides and
Yeah, right. Yeah,
a lot of stuff for kids.
Well, yeah. Somebody's got to tame those wild beasts.
But I was surprised I had a dance party the last night, and there were a lot of little kids at this dance party.
Really?
It was like little kids. I'm like, your parents really know how to live.
Yeah, right. Well, don't they have some areas where they do watch the kids or something?
Yeah, I think they do.
The whole point of a vacation is to get away from them.
I liked how much fun they were having, though.
Well, all right, yeah, I'll give you that. But I don't know. Child labor. It's why I had kids. It's the only reason. Let's see. What do we got going on? The last time I was at McDonald's in Ireland, I ordered a McMick. Had I known there was going to be trivia. What do you mean, Frank? Frank C. says, had I known there was going to be trivia. Why, you want to play? You can play. That's what we do. We're probably around noon. We're going to start Tuesday trivia, and you guys can put your answers in the comments. And I'll read them and make fun of you for being wrong. I pretty much always paint myself in the nude, says Fremder. Yeah, somebody's got to. Wow. All right, so that's cool. Well, yeah, and you've been doing some traveling, and even locally, too. I saw that you went to visit the Big Duck.
Oh, yes. That was
First
fun.
time?
No, I've been there when I was younger, but I hadn't been since I moved back in 2019. So my mom had a test done in Riverhead. I'm like, while we're here, let's go by the Big Duck.
What'd you think?
It's cute. You know, I
Yeah.
bought some gifts for family. So
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's
if
all right.
any family's watching, you're probably getting a duck for Christmas.
Is it still the voice? Is it still Christy Brinkley?
Oh, I don't even. They no.
Oh,
there was,
doesn't have a voice
didn't
anymore?
have a voice when I was out there.
Oh.
I just had a guy in the shop selling stuff.
Ah, they used to have like a speaker, and you hear a
Yeah.
little voice. And it was Christy Brinkley. Why? I have no idea, but it used to be her.
She likes it, I guess. She's a big duck fan.
Maybe.
I know nothing about Christy Brinkley except she was married to Billy Joel.
Yeah, you and me both. That's pretty much. And she was in the movie Vacation.
Okay, yeah, there's that.
I think that's pretty much all I got. You didn't feel the need for Ruben last night with these damn Mets?
No,
Did you watch?
I did, and
I couldn't believe it. They were finally. I mean, they totally stunk up the joint all weekend against Atlanta.
yeah, I know, except for Sunday.
Yeah, but even then, like
I know,
they
it was
were
a
not
long
playing a good
night.
game, and yeah, finally they won at the end. But then last night, they were showing signs of life, and then Diaz blows it in the ninth. I couldn't believe it.
That's why I say I'm not a Met fan because I'm from New York. I'm a Met fan because I hate myself. Because there's no other reason. I think raising me a Met fan could be called child abuse.
You might be right
Staying
about
a
that.
Met fan is a mental disorder. But it's so much a part. Like it's so much a part of who I am that last year or a couple years ago, they were, they were in the race for the wild card. They were losing, and I'm like, oh my God, I moved my Met blue nail polish. I ran up the stairs, put it back, because that was going to make the difference.
And
It did not make the difference. They lost.
I was once at a game, and they were losing. This is, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago. They were losing, and a friend of mine, a female, who was a pretty female, she texted me because she knew I was at the game, and she said, can you do something about this score? And I said, well, I did talk to them. They said that if you made out with me, they'll do better. And she wrote back, okay. And I swear to you, as soon as I saw the okay, David Wright hit, I think, like a double, and they actually did take the lead and won the game.
That's awesome.
Like the timing couldn't have been better. But she never came through.
Did it.
No, which is part of the Mets' abuse, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If it was a Yankee game, the Yankee fan would have. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Favorite Mets memory.
86 World Series.
All right, now, which is pretty much anybody in our age range. Yeah, that's pretty much. But now, give me a favorite Mets memory from something that you were there for.
I don't think there's just one memory. When I was a kid, we used to go to Shea, and I get that ice cream in the hat.
Oh yeah, sure.
That was my favorite thing to do. Was go to get.
And it
the
was
game.
good ice cream.
Yeah,
too,
it was
man.
good.
Yeah. That definitely counts. I loved Shea,
I loved it too.
and I miss it tremendously.
And it's funny because when I lived in Washington D.C., we went to Camden Yards a lot, which is a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
Like we got tickets once right before Sarah Feinstein that our feet were up on the dugout, and
wow.
I danced on the dugout with the Oriole. It was great, but at the same time, it was kind of more like a theme restaurant. Like people were like, "Oh, they're playing baseball down there." I like some sushi. Like no one was at Shea for the food.
Right.
You weren't like, this cuisine is delightful.
Right.
No one said that at Shea.
But now that's part of the problem, in my opinion. Every stadium is like that now.
Yeah.
There's so many other things,
Right.
which I don't like personally, but I just want to watch the game. But yeah, you're right. Shea was a dump.
Yeah,
but
it was our dump.
It was just a fun place. There's so many great memories, and not just. We're Met fans, so winning isn't really.
No, winning.
Yeah, that's only like two great memories. The rest are all just silly, cool things because Shea just had a magic about it.
They asked this little kid on opening day, like, how many times do you like coming out here to Citi Field? I love it. How many times have you seen the Mets win here? 0.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
get out while you can, kid. There's another team across the river. They win all the time.
Or just go see the Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's other teams.
That's my issue. One of my issues with Citi Field. There's really no cool memories.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it to the World Series once since they've opened Citi Field, but still not like. There's not really.
It doesn't
many...
have the soul that Shea.
No, it doesn't. And I don't know. Maybe because I'm in my 50s. Maybe I just miss Shea. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a kid
well, I
now.
think it could be too because I grew up going to Shea. So
Yeah.
that's going to always have some special.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So maybe a kid now loves Citi Field and maybe
they don't know any different. So.
Right. But do you think they have cool memories of being there? I don't like that. Like again,
They have to. I mean, they have to.
I guess, but like I said, Mets winning is only part. Like there's just so many other cool things that happened at Shea that
Yeah.
that it didn't even matter if the Mets won or not. You were just like, oh, remember when this happened? Like oh yeah, that was cool. Like I don't know.
But I think I grew up part of the time in California and most of the time in New York. So I also grew up going to Candlestick Park, which if you've ever been there for a baseball game, it would either be, the hottest place on earth or the coldest place on earth.
Yeah, right.
Like, so I'm used to, I guess, as a kid, I went to places that just were terrible for sports.
All right, now you followed up
Yeah.
with sports, yeah.
Well, I'd go to the Stick and I'd be like, I'd either come home completely sunburned or I'd be like,
Right.
oh my God, I'm so cold, I'm going to die.
Yeah. And the noisy planes. So I knew about Washington, but you spent some of your
Yeah, I was
time
born in San
California.
Francisco, and my mother moved back there when I was 10, or I guess 12. And I spent all my summers in either Berkeley, where she first lived, and then in San Francisco.
My father lived in San Francisco for
Oh,
a time.
cool.
So
Where?
I don't know. San Francisco.
Okay.
What you mean like?
What neighborhood?
Oh yeah, I have no idea. I only went to visit once,
Oh,
so I
okay.
couldn't tell you. But we went to the Crooked Street and
Oh,
we did the
Lombard, yeah.
trolley. What?
The Lombard Street, yeah.
Lombard Street. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know that much. I was gonna say that maybe we saw each other in San Francisco when we were kids.
Hey there.
I don't know. Do you remember? You ever see a kid with big Star Trek dolls playing outside?
I'm sure I did. I'm sure. I don't know.
Hey, you never know. There was a restaurant. My father took us to a restaurant called Sam's.
Okay.
No,
Sorry, I don't know Sam's.
I had the T-shirt for years. It said Sam's and it had a drawing of a cheeseburger with French fries on it.
Fun.
You never know, so I threw it out there.
That's true. When I first moved back to New York, I went into the city for something, and I
Yeah.
ran into someone I went to junior high school with, like at
Exactly.
Penn Station. So you never know.
I was at Disney once. I ran into a guy I went to high school with.
That's crazy.
When I started at the phone company, because I'm retired from the phone company. When I started there, I was there for like maybe 6 months, and a buddy of mine said, "Oh, how's it going at the phone company?" Sucks. He goes, "I know so and so, and there's hundreds and thousands of employees. The guy you mentioned was my partner."
That's wild.
Yeah. So I was like, so I always throw stuff out. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. So so I thought I'd try that. What else we got here? I wanted to ask you. You posted something about, and I'm just going to be honest, I didn't understand it, so I need you to clarify what this means. Stony Brook's cardiology department, and you were talking about University of Florida.
Right.
So explain this to me.
Oh, my mother had an appointment with Stony Brook Cardiology.
Okay.
And she'd gotten, which was in Gainesville, Florida, she got all of her health care through UF Shands. So when
UF what?
University of Florida Shands, that's the name of the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And
Shands.
Shands.
Is that a word?
I think it's a name. I think they named it.
Oh, it's
after
somebody's
somebody.
name.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I've just
I
never
could
heard that
totally
word
be
before.
wrong. So I said, when I was talking to them, I said, why is she coming? Where did she get her other medical stuff? I said, most of it was at the University of Florida. And the woman was like, University of Florida? And I'm like, Stony Brook Medicine is attached to Stony Brook University.
Right.
And it's the same thing, only with University of Florida. And she's like, all right. I'm like, really? You don't know that Stony Brook University
Right.
is what Stony Brook Medicine's from? And someone on my wall was like, well, maybe they thought it was named after the town. Well, how about the fact that hospital, all the doctors, do their thing at, is Stony Brook University Hospital. So you should know that. And I'm like, I feel very comfortable going to you for medical care. Fortunately, the doctor was really good. That she
Oh,
saw,
well,
so
right. Which is what counts.
what matters, yeah.
But it would help if you need help. It would help that, if you need something that the
They know what they're
reception-
talking about,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So you work at a university. So, she went to
Yeah.
another university.
She would have thought I'd be like, oh, yeah, she got her health care at 7-Eleven, where everyone,
Right.
in Florida gets their health care.
Right.
Like the Wawa. Like, what are you doing?
The Wawa. Oh, so my brother has chimed in. Apparently, we were in the San Rafael neighborhood.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Was that near you?
No.
Oh.
We were in Noe Valley.
Oh. Noe Valley. See,
N-O-E, yeah.
I see. That's another word I've never heard. Noe,
For
not Noah.
No, it's Noe, yeah, Noe Valley.
I-
For decades, the street they were on was Dolores Street.
Okay.
And it was the only street that had palm trees down until they put some on Market Street. But that's how I'd always tell people where I lived, by the palm trees.
The Palm Tree Street.
Yeah.
Okay. John Ruscio. All right, hang on. So Frank C says, "Hey, so think of the people who used to go to the polo grounds. Oh wait, they're dead. Oh my goodness." And then John Rusciello was getting mad. He says, "Frank, I went to the polo grounds and I'm not dead." But you're really old, though, John. You're so old.
I'm not dead yet.
That's right. Yeah, that's way before my time, the polo grounds.
Me too.
Yeah. What was your first? What year was your first Met game?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you don't recall?
I don't, actually. I should, but I think I went before, like, when I was really little.
Yeah, I think I was around 7 when I went to mine. I asked you that, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I remember mine either. But yeah, I think it was around 7.
Yeah.
I think.
I think I went when I was 5 or 6, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah. I used to love going though.
Yeah.
When I started driving, when you're late teens, early 20s, and you have no responsibilities yet,
That's awesome.
just get up in the morning, be like, call one of your buddies. What are you doing today? Oh, hit the game. Okay.
When I lived in Washington for a while, I was right across from RFK Stadium, or just about. So if I was coming home from work and there was a game going on, I'd go in at like the 3rd inning, and they just let me in. And it was, rather than go home and watch TV, I just go watch baseball. And that was great.
See, it doesn't get much better. A woman who likes baseball.
Baseball's
That's
great.
Awesome.
I mean, the Mets kind of sometimes break my heart every day.
Pretty much.
But, it's a great sport.
But it works out because we don't have high expectations. So,
I have no expectations.
Right.
I'm not even looking for them to win a game. I just want a couple good at-bats, maybe a good inning here or there. Just, do something that, is good.
Oh, so now, all right. So the old man from the polo grounds is about to yell at me.
Uh-oh.
How old were you? Like 30 when you went to the polo grounds?
No, I was a young man. My father used to take me to the Giant games. Allie Sherman was the coach of the New York Giants.
Wow.
At that time, and nobody knows who Allie Sherman is. Look him up. He was a great coach, and the next year he won a pennant. And the next year, everybody took out their handkerchiefs and they said goodbye, Allie. I was at that game, by the way. But I want to commend this lovely lady, all right, that she takes care of her mother. I think she's fabulous.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful woman. And more people should do that. And just like I said the other day to you, Mother's Day is every day, and this is a perfect example of this woman with taking care of her mother.
So you're saying more people should do that?
Well, I absolutely
take care of Allison's mother?
No, I take care of their own mothers.
Oh,
there's too many people putting their mothers and fathers in nursing homes, and not taking time taking care of their mothers and fathers.
Well, and
lady.
And I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but it's usually not that cut and dry, though. Sometimes, if you have a full-time job, or you have, sometimes they need to be in the home, depending on how much care they need.
Well, obviously, this woman doesn't need to be in a home, and her mother's making sure she doesn't.
And I'm not suggesting Allison's mother. I'm just saying in general. You're saying more people, and I'm countering you.
Okay, all right. Well, I belong in a nursing home, and my wife won't put me in a nursing home. That's how old I am. But
not yet.
No, Well, you never know. Listen, wonderful guest. All right, should have more of these guests on. All right, besides all these other people that you have on sometimes that have a little controversy. All right.
All right,
Have a great show.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
John. I'll try to do better. Thanks.
Thank you.
John Rusciello checking in with his daily rant.
I will say the state of New York is doing a lot of things to help people like me, caregivers, get care for their parents. There's a big push to help caregivers more. Because I get a little testy, because some of my friends with kids are like, well, I'm really busy because I've got these kids and you don't have any kids. I'm like, yeah, but I have a job.
Absolutely. You have a life. Absolutely.
And I have other things I do. But also, like, the people I know who say that, one of them has a part-time job, but she also has a nanny. She sends her son to daycare.
I hate her.
And she's got parents close by and a spouse. It's just me taking care of my mother.
Right. And
so,
that can be a full-time, and good chance that it will become a full-time job.
We went to 4 doctor's appointments yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
So the time to make the appointments, to take care of the appointments, to get the medicine, it is a lot. And I went from, just taking care of myself to taking care of her.
Right.
And a house, and I have to cook every day, which is why I like the cruises so much. I mean, I like cooking. I'm a good cook, but sometimes it gets a little much.
I bet.
Cooking all the time.
Well, first off, I can't stand people that have to compare. You know what I mean? Like, all right, fine. You might be busy too, but just because you don't have kids, just because your life isn't set up the way hers is, doesn't mean you're not busy. Doesn't mean it's not tough. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
But I do get that from some people. They're
I'm sure you do.
You don't have my responsibilities because I have children. It's like, yeah, but I'm taking care of another person, and
right.
That person, kids, they progress. This is just going to get worse. Which I know going in, but it still makes it hard. Absolutely,
and I do. I give you credit for taking care of mom, and yeah, because like you said, it is unfortunately going to get worse, and
right.
It's not an easy thing, and especially, it must be weird when it's parents or anybody that you've grown up with, because you see them. I think. You remember, you picture them in your head as probably what your mother probably looked like 20, 30 years ago. And to see them kind of declining, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. We have a little bit of a weird, my mother didn't really raise me that much. She left when I was about 3, and we didn't actually connect again until I was in high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow. She was off doing her own thing. That doesn't mean to say I don't love my mother. I do love my mother.
Right.
But, so it is...
You worked past it, which is fantastic.
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can be angry about. In fact, on the first cruise we went on, they had this weird TV where it would show, a scene from a television show, and you'd think it was going to commercial, and then suddenly a whole new show would be on. So I was watching, Gilligan's Island. And then it went to Mom, that show about the alcoholic mother and daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one scene where, I guess the mother's mother died, or something happened to her, and she said, well, she was awful to me. And her friend said, well, you can either be upset about that or not. And then that went to a different show altogether. And I'm like, I know it was weird. But I'm like, yeah, I could be upset about stuff she happened.
Maybe somebody in the next room had the remote.
Maybe. It was the weirdest thing. But so, I'm not upset with her for things that happened a long time ago. And I just want to make good memories with her now.
Right.
That's really my
Absolutely.
main thing.
Did you take advantage of the situation when she came back? Did you well, Mom, I don't know. Like she said, you want to do something later? I don't know, Mom. Will you be here? Will you pay for the movie tonight?
The funny thing is, actually, I tease her a lot, because one time she forgot to pick me up at the airport, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was Reykjavik, and I was 10. Oh. And I didn't give her crap for that for years, because I thought it was kind of funny. But she'll, if you called her right now, she'd say, she knows I didn't get my wake-up call. Like, what? So no, I didn't really do anything like that. I mean, I didn't talk to her, I think, for a couple months when I was 5 or 6. But other than that,
So she left, but was you still saw her? You just weren't living with her, or
she went to Iceland to work on her dissertation.
Okay.
And then she'd come back, and then she went to Rhode Island because she got a job there at somewhere in Rhode Island, Brown University. And then she went to California. So really, I was only around her at holidays or
Okay. Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, all right. So it's not like she didn't disappear. And I'm assuming your parents split up while she was doing those things. So Dad was around.
He was the one who raised me. He and my grandmother, whose house I live in now.
Wow, that's our childhoods is similar. My father left. My mother was pregnant with me, actually.
Oh, wow.
Which is when we went to California. That's the only time I ever met him.
Oh.
Because then it got weird because I don't know. He passed away when I was 10, but years later we kind of had some suspicions that he actually may not have been dead, but that never really panned out. But sometimes I'm still like, I wonder, but because he was a type that he was a type that could possibly be in some kind of trouble.
Oh, I got you.
And then if he had a way, he would fake it. Yeah, from what I understand, he was that kind of a guy. And I, too, lived with my grandmother because my mother was a big drinker.
Oh.
I'm totally making that up.
Oh.
No, I lived with my mother and my grandmother. And they both raised my brother and I.
And they were all drinking.
Well, now they are. No, no. I don't know why I developed that. I just started doing that on this show. I talk about my mother's drinking, and I've seen my mother drink, I think, once my whole life. But for whatever reason, I started doing that on the show, and it makes her nuts. She hates it, so I
do it more.
Of
course, yeah.
I only saw her drunk once. She came, and my grandmother was a big, old school Catholic, strict Catholic rules. We had statue on the Virgin Mary in the front lawn and in the house. We did the rosary almost every night, like all this. So drinking was not part of our family. And one night my mother went to I think a Christmas party or something, and she came home and she was kind of like slurring in her speech a little bit. And I was very young. I had no idea what was going on. I'm just kind of watching, like she's acting weird. And my grandmother, she goes, "Are you drunk?" And my mother goes like this. She went to take a drink, but she went to turn to my grandmother at the same time. So she went, "What?" Like that. It was so freaking funny. And then, my grandmother was screaming. Yeah, that's my whole story.
My grandmother came home one night when a friend of mine and I were at our house watching TV or something, and she was just very drunk. And she got out some asparagus from the refrigerator and was like, "You need to cook this and eat this tomorrow." We're like, "All right. What are you talking about? Maybe you should go to bed."
Yeah, right.
It was hilarious. I'm like, I've never seen someone get drunk and then like try to get you to eat vegetables.
Yeah, right. So they're trying to get you to be healthy. I give you credit though. In all seriousness, give you credit for forgiving your mom, because that's a big time in your life to not be around.
Yeah.
So to forgive her, and to this point even where you're now taking care of her.
Well, I mean, that's what you do for your family, but also I really want to create some good memories with her. And like we went to the Dominican Republic last November, and we did this monkey experience. Little monkeys crawl over you.
Oh.
And she loved it, but I noticed this guy across from me, he got peed on his face, and I'm like, oh, glad that didn't happen. And as I'm thinking that, a monkey peed on my leg, and I'm thinking, well, at least it's my leg, not my head. And as I thought that, a monkey peed on my head.
Oh, what the?
And I was like, what are you going to do? It was so relaxed. I mean, it was a little monkey.
It's just a monkey, just monkey piss. What are you going to do?
We even went to lunch after that, and then I went back to the boat and took a shower. But
really?
But that's now a nice memory.
Getting peed on by a monkey. That's a nice memory.
It just shows how relaxed I was.
Apparently, the gummies were...
I had not eaten any gummies that day.
Oh.
But I was just so chill that I'm like, whatever. Although I was very sad this last trip. We went to Gibraltar. And I wanted to see the monkeys in Gibraltar. But they didn't let us in. Because the cruise didn't get us the right paperwork.
Bastards.
So they said, well, you can go to Gibraltar, but we won't let you back into Spain. So then we couldn't have gotten back on the boat. So
why wouldn't they let you back?
Because when we landed in Europe, they didn't stamp our passports to say that we'd landed in Europe.
Oh, okay.
So the ship was supposed to do something, get us some stamp, but they didn't. So.
Did you say to them, but I want to get peed on?
But I want monkey pee in my hair. If you sell monkey pee, I can just put it in my hair.
I just pour it on myself.
Say that I did it.
That's a statement I never thought I'd say. I want monkey pee in my hair.
It's very good for conditioner. You know, you've got some little frizz, little monkey pee gets rid of that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Did was there a sign, or did they say it is possible when
No,
the monkeys?
I know. The only thing they did tell us is you couldn't bring anything because they would steal stuff.
The
And
monkeys would.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Actually, when I was in Nepal, I went to the monkey temple outside of Kathmandu, and the monkeys were all in a tree. They're all in the trees. And when a group of people would go underneath, they'd all pee at the same time to like pee on the tourists, which I thought was hilarious.
That's fantastic.
They left me alone because I was by myself. But if there's a group of people, and in Africa, I know friends of mine had their wallets stolen by a monkey.
Do they like why? Do they? Is it?
They think it's food.
Yeah. All right. I was going to ask
Because
if
the
it
monkey
smelled.
bit into it and then realized it wasn't food and dropped it, so she got
Okay.
her wallet back.
Oh, all
but
right.
they will take anything they can grab.
Wow.
They're
Yeah,
like
I
the
can see if it was
seagulls
food. Yeah.
On the island, you know, they'll take anything too.
Oh yeah, they're relentless. They come right down.
They're huge.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
can take a person away. They're so big.
Well, that depends on who it is. I'd be all right with that. Wait, and did you say Monkey Temple?
Oh, the monkey temple is a temple outside of Kathmandu.
But when you say Monkey Temple, are we talking about an actual building, or is it just
No,
like
there's a building. It's a temple, and they call it the monkey temple because there's so many monkeys outside.
Oh.
So people just refer to it as the monkey temple.
Oh, but, all right. So it's like a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the real name is.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
Sorry.
It's just known as the Monkey Temple.
Right.
Do they play like I'm a Believer inside or
They
something?
should.
They should. They
I
definitely
don't think
should.
they do, but they should. They should.
And Mickey Dolenz should preach.
If I go back there, I'll bring it up.
Thanks.
Kathmandu was cool. I'd like to go back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was fun.
Again, this is why I like when you come in, because you're worldly, and there's a lot of stuff to
I'm
learn.
very lucky that I've been able to travel.
Yeah, sure.
I think more people should travel.
I'm trying to think. The furthest I've gone is England. That's it. Yeah, England. That's it. Oh, Andy Plagianos is watching. Alyson, after you left the mic last night, Tim Thompson made a reference to Wheatus. What does that mean?
I was talking to some people last night about Wheatus, the band. You know that song, I'm Just a Teenage Dirtbag?
Yes.
Because when I first heard that song, I thought it was a woman singing about another woman. I'm like, well, that's a progressive song. Mm-hmm. But it's not.
So it's not a woman singing?
No.
That's a guy?
It's a guy, I know.
I thought that was a woman, too.
Okay, cool. I'm not the only one.
No, you're not the only one.
I saw the video and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, I've never seen the video. Okay, I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up. Oh, wow.
That's funny.
So, Andy, what was the reference? What did Tim Thompson say? Tim Thompson's another one. Haven't had him in here in a long time. I need to do that.
He's awesome.
He is awesome. He is awesome. And both of you need more stage time. Right? Have you been out doing it?
I took a little bit of time off. I just started back at it this past week.
Okay.
So I'll be getting up a lot.
All right, good.
So I'm going to do the Long Island Laugh Off. So I want to get ready for that.
Okay. Andy, Andy and I were just talking about it the other day. Because I think, did you submit? Because
Yeah.
I think they're taking people.
Yeah, no,
now. Okay.
I'm in it. I don't know when it
Okay.
is, but
Right,
exactly.
yeah, I don't know either. Was that last year that you did pretty well in it last year from? Oh, no, wait.
Nope. I did okay.
You did okay. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, okay. I think that's when I had you in. I think you had just gotten...
I forget. A long time ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I'm glad you're doing it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. John Rusciello, the Italians call the statue on the front lawn Mary on the half shell. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. She would have that little half shell, that she's standing over. Yep. Standing under. Does she still have monkey pee in her hair?
That was in November, so I have showered quite a few times.
I would, yeah. At first I thought she was lying about getting her wallet stolen, but then I saw her face. Okay. Andy Plagianos, I was high. You are lucky I just remember that. I can't imagine like being at these comedy clubs high like Andy Plagianos.
Yeah, I did that once, and I'll never do that again. When I was in Florida, because I don't really smoke pot, and I smoked pot before the show, and I was just like...
Were you able to get through your set?
Yeah, but then afterwards, I'm like, I have to go home and go to sleep. Because that was stressful.
Andrew Fremder, getting your wallet stolen in Africa, that's weird because I am not. I think I'm just going to not read the rest of that comment, Fremder. He's a little dangerous, that guy. All right. Well, I'm glad that you are doing well. I'm glad you had a good time on vacation. I know you had a little bit of a funky start to this year. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we're hanging out and having some laughs.
This is fun.
Absolutely. Are you ready to do a little Tuesday trivia?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Tuesday trivia, my friends. The way this works, I'm going to ask some random trivia questions. In the comment thread, please put your answers in there. I'm going to ask some questions. I will not give out the answers yet. I ask all the questions first to allow you guys to answer the questions, and then we go back, and I ask the questions all over again, and I go over all of your answers, and then I tell you what the real answer is. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. It's just for fun. Gives me a chance to make fun of you, even though I wouldn't know the answers either. That's why I just asked them. However, and there are no prizes or anything. However, if anybody wants to go see a governor's show this weekend, I can get you into some of the shows. Giggle Room shows I probably cannot get you into, but other shows I probably can. The Angry Sicilian will be here at Governor's this weekend. I think Friday, actually. Yes, Friday, the Angry Sicilian will be in Governor's in Levittown. Saturday, he'll be at McGuire's in Bohemia. Saturday night here at Governor's in Levittown, Dr. Dirty, John Valby will be here. Have you ever seen Dr. Dirty?
Not in person.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
Is that your kind of humor? Like, do you find that funny? Some people don't.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, I love it because I'm, 12. But
I have those moments.
yeah. Well, it's just a little sentimental. Yeah, it's a little nostalgic for me because the first time I ever came here was I saw John Valby. So, but of course I can't make it this weekend because I have a show of my own. So I'm a little bummed. And then I tried to get John Valby on this show, and some guy emailed me back. John doesn't really do a lot of interviews. If he wants to do it, we'll let you know. And I haven't heard a thing.
Right.
I mean, he's got to be in his 70s, I would think. He's been around since the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Also on the governor's stage this weekend, Chris Murphy, Ryan Kenny, Samantha Ramsdell. Samantha Ramsdell will be zooming in with us tomorrow here on this show, so that'll be fun. Welly Jackson, of course, is playing, I think, the brokerage. And Chris Roach is playing McGuire's some point this weekend. I don't know. He's playing, or is it the brokerage? I don't know. Go to govs.com and find out where they all are and make your reservations to some great comedy shows. Or you can play Tuesday Trivia with us right now and then reach out to me and I can get you into one of these shows. All right? Here we go. First question. Because Alyson was here today, I made the first question a baseball question.
Okay.
Who was the first Major League Baseball player to have his number retired? And I didn't make it easy. Sorry. The first Major League Baseball player to ever have his number retired. He was not a Met.
I know.
Yeah.
They save that for winning people.
Exactly. I loved how when Gooden had his number retired a few weeks ago, he kept mentioning the Yankees in his speech.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
I was cracking up. It's like only the Mets.
Yeah.
And then it rained. So they had to cut the ceremony short.
Mets suck.
Oh, I got to show you my magnet.
You have a Met magnet?
Well, kind of. Do you know who?
Oh.
You know who that is?
Yeah. Blanking on that name though.
Oh, come on now.
I know. This is
Game 6.
It's not Mookie Wilson.
That is Mookie Wilson.
What's he doing with that beard?
I'm sorry.
Like it. I have a baseball signed by him in
Do you?
96, yeah.
Nice.
It's faded now, but it's one of my favorite possessions.
I have a baseball and a photo signed by him and Buckner.
Nice.
Yeah. And Buckner's dead now.
I know. It's too bad.
Great. Did you ever see him on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, I have to see that.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I will tell you that error that he made in Game 6, he totally redeems himself on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm telling you. Oh, it's hilarious.
See, to me, he redeemed himself with that error in Game 6.
Yeah,
that
true.
That's one of the highlights of my youth.
Yes. Did you ever see the clip where like 2 or 3 weeks before that, somebody actually asked him, "What's your worst fear about the World Series?" And he said,
A ball rolling through
"Ball right
yeah.
between my legs," and I think he even said a game-deciding play or something like that. He called it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He's only out on the field because they wanted to be on the field when they won.
Well, right. He really had no business being there because
Yeah.
his knees were so bad. But that's the manager's fault, not his.
No, it's not his fault.
Right. And the ball did hit the glove. Like some people actually think that it went through the glove. That happens sometimes. The webbing will rip or something. But okay. First base Major League Baseball have his number retired. You want to take a guess or no?
No.
Okay. Wow, you look scared. It's just baseball. Let's see. Which U.S. state was the last state to ratify the abolition of slavery?
I think I know.
Well, all right, then tell me. That's the whole point of this.
Well, can I say
Yes.
it? And then I think it's Texas.
Okay. That's the whole point of this. You're supposed to give me your answers.
Okay.
Do you want to go back to the first one and give me an... Oh, okay. All right.
Because I know I don't know that one.
Okay. Well, all right. So to the second question, which U.S. state was the last one to ratify the abolition of slavery? There's a little bonus question to that one. Give me a time frame, like give or take what year, if you want to. You don't have to. Do you want to take a stab at that?
Would that be 1865? 66?
1865
66.
or 66. Okay.
I know it was in June.
All right. All right. Question number 3. A little bit of a hard question, but might not be as hard as you think. Who was the first mailman in Philadelphia? The first mailman in Philadelphia. You seem like you know your U.S. history, so I bet you're going to get this.
Ralph Cramden.
No, he was a bus driver.
Oh, okay. It wasn't him. I have no idea.
I love how I just said you know your U.S. history, and that's your answer. That's a great
Franklin.
answer. That's Ralph Cramden was a great answer.
I thought he was a mailman.
Wasn't he a bus driver? No, he was too big to be a mailman. He wasn't getting exercise from walking.
You think the mailmen on Long Island get exercise? They just drive that little truck.
Now you got me thinking. I don't think I've ever seen a fat mailman.
You didn't see the one at the gas station this morning.
I did not.
He was very fat.
Oh yeah. Well, he might be just driving the truck, but
Yeah.
But the actual people delivering the mail.
He was in one of those. He was in one of those little trucks that goes
yeah?
around Suffolk County and gives out mail. I
have a mail woman, and she's kind of cute. So I'm like looking for my mail every day. Hi. I'm not doing that. But she is cute. Okay, next question. What did Massachusetts outlaw in 1659? Well, I got some hard history questions here today. Massachusetts outlawed something in 1659. What was it?
Rum.
What'd you say?
Rum.
Rum? Okay. All right, question number 5. The biggest landowner in New York City is who?
The church.
Which church?
Catholic Church. It's not Donald Trump.
I thought for sure you were going to say Donald Trump.
At least he doesn't go on about worms eating his brain like RFK Jr.
Yeah, I heard something about that just this morning. What did he say?
Apparently during his divorce proceedings, he didn't want to pay alimony. So he said that a worm had crawled into his brain, eaten some of it, and died. And that caused memory loss and some other things. What bothers me is he makes everything about Trump look more normal. Because I mean, I've never slept with a porn star and then paid her off or, undervalued my assets to the government, overvalued them to banks. But those are things I can understand why you do those things.
Right.
Hey, I can't do that because I'm one of the richest families in the country, but I can't pay alimony because a worm ate my brain. Like,
So
what?
So what? He's saying the worm ate his brain, so he forgot to pay alimony? Is that
No,
what?
he was saying that he couldn't. He had reduced earning potential because this worm ate his brain and he had memory issues. So why is he still qualified to be president? Oh, he's not. That's why.
What is happening? Where's the guy? And I'm telling you, I don't even on either side. Where's the young dude? The young dude with the swagger who's going to impress everybody? Where is he? Why do we have 80-year-old men and a guy who lost half his brain?
He's not a youngster either. He's 71. Like,
why do we you're right. You're absolutely right.
Why do we have only... My mother said this to me. She says, why is it that we have all these geriatric people running?
I couldn't agree more.
Like,
right.
Where's Gavin Newsom? Where's even J.D. Vance on the... why is Nikki Haley? Did she not get more?
Right.
Because she could beat Biden in a heartbeat.
Yep, I agree.
But they went with the, what we've got. Orange guy. Cheeto. But at least worms aren't eating his brain, so you got to give him props for that.
Be nice to him. He was in your house the other day.
Apparently.
Maybe he was coming to cook and clean. Love that. Question number 6. On which album did the song Rhiannon first appear? So I'm not looking for the band. I'm looking for the name of the album.
The White Album.
Good answer.
If you don't know it, you might as well say something goofy.
It works. I like it. Who managed the New York Mets when they won the 73 National League pennant?
Casey Stengel?
1973 National League pennant?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you would know.
I should know these
Yes,
names.
you should.
I'm terrible with names, which made politics kind of challenging because you're supposed to be good with names. I'm not.
Well, yeah.
I remember everything about somebody, but not their name.
All right, well, then this next question is good. Who made the last out of the 1969 World Series that the New York Mets won? Who made the last out?
I could think of his. I could picture him.
All right, well, tell me what else. If you can't remember his name, tell me what else he may be known for.
Is it Sandy Koufax?
No.
I don't know.
All right.
He's known for making really good bagels. You don't know he didn't make good bagels. You don't know.
Who, Sandy Koufax? Or
no,
this guy?
Yeah.
Well, you might be right about it. Maybe he is. All right. All right. This one, here's another hard history question, but you might know this one. The Battle of Setauket was a failed attack during the American Revolutionary War on a fortified loyalist outpost in Setauket, Long Island, New York, by a force of Continental Army troops from Connecticut under the command of Brigadier General Samuel Holden Parsons. When was this?
1776.
1776. Final answer?
Yeah.
1770 what?
6.
Okay. Next question. I'm doing 11 today. See, I'm happy you're here, and I learn a lot from you. I normally do 10 questions.
Oh, wow.
I'm doing 11 today.
Fun.
Just for you.
It's like Spinal Tap of trivia.
Exactly. Give me the definition of the word prevaricate. 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 It's a verb.
That I know. I mean, I know it's a verb. I think it's to waffle, go back and forth.
Waffle, go back and forth.
I don't know.
That's a good answer. All right. And the last question, ladies and gentlemen. According to a recent poll, what 2 types of athletes are most likely to get women all hot and bothered?
Basketball and football.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, I'm more of a tennis. I love Rafa Nadal.
Really?
I love Rafa. In fact, when I kept hearing Rafa on the news when we first did the Gaza thing, I'm like, why are they going after Rafa Nadal so much?
Right, just let him win.
Just let him be. BB, just let Rafa be.
That's
Poor
a T-shirt.
guy.
That's your latest political stance. All right, nice job. Nice job. You got like 1 right, I think. All right, let's see. Let's see what you guys came up with here. Let me go back to, let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first question. What was the name of the first Major League Baseball player to ever have his number retired? Alyson chose not to answer that one. Mickey Delaney says Hank Aaron. That is incorrect. The Kid from the Sandlot, says Fremder. That is also incorrect. But John Rusciello, Vicky, hi Vicky, Vicky Remickel Grimm, and I thought, and Andy Plagianos. Right, the three of them got the answer correct. It is Lou Gehrig.
Oh, the luckiest man in the world.
That's right.
Of course, it's a Yankee.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm not surprised. They do everything right. Andy Plagiano says he missed the second question. Oh, no, you didn't. You answered it. Maybe because I repeated it, maybe? All right, so the second question. Which U.S. state was the last one to ratify the abolition of slavery? I have not looked at your answers yet. I guarantee you're all wrong. So, all right, so Alyson said Texas in June of 1865 or 66. Vicky says South Carolina. Andy Pagano said Mississippi in 1993. John Rusciello said Connecticut. Fremder said definitely not Mexico. Oh, all right. Well, I was wrong. One person got the correct answer. It is Andy Pagano's got it right. It is in fact Mississippi, and he says 1993. I do have in the 1990s. Is that insane?
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm assuming they were not practicing that.
I'd hope so.
All that time. They
had to because of the Emancipation Proclamation.
Well, true.
See, the reason I said Texas is because Juneteenth.
Why
they had that? Because they freed the slaves, but in Texas they didn't bother to tell the slaves.
Right.
And then people from the North came down like, you were freed.
Right.
And that was on June 19th, which is why they're like, because my friend of mine's like, we celebrated Juneteenth long before you did. I'm like, yeah, because you kept people enslaved for longer than you were supposed to.
Right.
Don't be proud of that.
Exactly.
Just get your...
I did know that, by the way. Your answer does make sense. But yeah, Mississippi in the 1990s.
That's nuts.
So some clerk must have been going through paperwork. This isn't signed. Somebody ought to sign that. Okay. Next question. Who was the first mailman in Philadelphia? Alyson said Benjamin Franklin. Andy Plagianos agreed with you. So did Vicky. Andrew Fremder says Tony Walker because he always delivers. Hey! Well, thanks. John Rusciello says Benjamin Franklin. You guys are correct. I'm pleasantly surprised that you guys all got that correct. Very nice. A male woman. Andy Plagianos is picking on me because I said a male woman. Well, what do you call her? Male man, male woman.
Letter carrier.
Is Andy probably is he like one of the most perverted, twisted men you've ever met in your life?
He's awesome.
Oh, I didn't say he wasn't awesome, but he's still perverted and twisted.
So is everyone from New York.
Yeah, you think?
A lot. Maybe
twisted, but perverted?
Maybe.
No, I think we need more perverted people in New York. Like good pervert. I'm not talking like pedophiles or rapists. I'm talking like good perverts.
Okay. You're a good pervert. You can stay. That bad one's got to go, though. Get rid of him. Or her.
Okay. What did Massachusetts outlaw in 1659? You said rum. Mickey Delaney said pot. Vicky says witches. Andy Plagianos and Andy Fremder both say... Oh, no, sorry. I thought they both wrote the same word. Meanwhile, these words are very far apart. Plagianos said Christmas. I thought Fremder also wrote Christmas because I saw the C and the S at the end, but he wrote cunnilingus.
Oh, a little different.
Yeah, we're very far apart. Oh, my goodness. Andy Plagianos is correct. It is Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. In 1659, Massachusetts outlawed Christmas. The biggest landowner in New York City. You said the Catholic Church. So did Plagianos. So did Vicky. Mickey Delaney said Trump. John Rusciello said Columbia University. Fremder says the Catholic Trump. Yeah, it is the Catholic Church. It is the Catholic Church. Very nice. Next question. On which album did the song Rhiannon first appear? The White Album. Oh, Andy Pagano says he has no idea. Wow.
Really?
He usually does so well in this stuff.
I believe it.
But yeah, we got him on that one. Vicky says rumors. It in fact was a trick question, ladies and gentlemen. The band is Fleetwood Mac. The album was called Fleetwood Mac. So I said I wasn't looking for the band, but I wasn't. But the name of the album just happened to be called Fleetwood Mac.
Tricky.
I see what I did there.
Slippery won this one.
That's right. A slippery pervert. Who managed the New York Mets when they won the 1973 National League pennant? Alyson said Casey Stengel, which is very wrong. Andy Plajanos copied you and said Stengel. That's wrong. Vicky said Stengel. Wow, all you guys are... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Fremda says my sock drawer. Whoa. Oh, maybe that's the Fleetwood Mac answer, maybe? John Rusciello got the correct answer. Yogi Berra.
Oh, wow.
Yogi Berra. Who made the last out of the 1969 World Series? It is not Sandy Koufax. It is not George Costanza.
It's too bad.
Andy Plagano says, yeah, I should have known with all this Mets crap. Vicky says she has no clue. Wild Thing, no. Andy said he missed the question after the last out. Well, I just asked what he was known for. All right, so 1969, the Mets won the World Series. They were playing against the Baltimore Orioles. The man who was playing for the Orioles who made the last out, his name is Davey Johnson. Now, who is Davey Johnson?
Yeah, I know Davey Johnson.
He managed the Mets in 1986 when they won the World Series. So that's a cool little trivia question right there.
That is a cool trivia question.
The manager of the 86 World Series team made the last out in 69. Yep, there you go. You're the only one who cares, probably. We don't have a lot of Met fans watching. All right, next question. The Battle of Setauket was a failed attack during the American Revolutionary War on a fortified Loyalist outpost in Setauket, Long Island, which, of course, is New York, by a force of Continental Army troops from Connecticut under the command of Brigadier General Samuel Holden Parsons. When was this? Alyson said 1776. Mickey Delaney says 1715. Vicky says 1778. Fremder says 2025. I have... Now, you seem pretty sure about your 1776 answer.
That's only because I found a poster of a reenactment they did in 1976, saying it was 200 years. That's why I assumed it was.
Well, it is possible my answer's wrong, but I have August 21st, 1777.
Okay.
That's what I have.
Maybe they just moved up the date because it was the bicentennial of the country. I don't know.
Could be. So, all right.
I knew it was in August.
Well, you get credit. Screw it. Let's see. Next question. Give me the definition of the word prevaricate. It's a verb. Alyson said to waffle, go back and forth. Plajanos, be slippery in your speech. Vicky says to ponder upon. Well, Andy Plajanos and Alyson. All right, you both get credit for it. Someone who will not give a straight answer to a question or tends to dance around a topic without directly addressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Guys are so smart. All right, and last question. According to a recent poll, what two types of athletes are most likely to get women all hot and bothered? Plajanos, pickleball and tiddlywinks. Mickey says baseball players. Vicky says football and hockey. Oh, you said basketball and football. I don't know if I said that right. John Rusciello says tennis and football. Mary's watching from England. She said sorry she didn't know any. Well, there was a lot of American history today. Sorry, Mary. Fremder saying O.J. Simpson. All right. Let's see. Did anybody get it right? No. All right, a lot of you got football. That is one of them. But the other one...
Golf.
Swimmers.
Really?
Yep. Well, I guess it kind of
Yeah,
makes
I can
sense.
see
You're wearing
that.
a tight
You see a lot
bathing
of
suit.
them.
You're bare-chested. Yeah. But you're going with your tennis player.
I love tennis.
Do you, yeah? Mm-hmm. Andre Agassi in his day with the mullet and all that? All right. Well, nice job, everybody, with your Tuesday trivia. Well done. And with that, it is time for us to head on out of here. So, Alyson, Chadwick, where do they find you if they want to see where you're performing and stuff? Just
AlysonChadwick.com, ALYSON.
Oh, you have your own website?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'll be revamping it this weekend.
Very nice.
So I'll have that.
So, yeah, so go to, what is it, AlysonChadwick.com?
Mm-hmm.
Go check out her website and see where she's playing. She's great. So, yeah, thanks for coming in today. This was fun.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Yeah, good to see you. Really good to see you. And once again, don't forget, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We are performing. Do I have the picture? Where'd it go? I thought I had it. I don't see it. Oh, well. September 28th, we're doing some Triple X trivia in the Giga Room, just like we did just now. We'll be doing some trivia in the Giga Room September 28th. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com, find out what we got going on. We got a private party this weekend. But you can go to our website, see our schedule, and get information on how you can hire us for your event. And once again, playing Governor's stages this weekend, The Angry Sicilian, John Valby, Chris Murphy, Ryan Kenny, Samantha Ramsdell, Wellie Jackson, and Chris Roach. Go to govs.com and make your reservations to some great comedy shows. Oh, hi, Liz Batapede. Nice to see you. We're just about to sign off, though. And today is Tuesday. What do we got today? Oh, Hershey and the Keegs. Mark Hirschman, Mike Keegan. They were in here tonight. It's a special time this week. Their normal time is 9. Tonight they're on at 8 because they want to go home and watch the Knicks lose. So, so that's tonight. And then we're back here tomorrow. Me and Mike will be here. Samantha Ramsdell will be zooming in with us around noon, so that'll be fun. And John Rusiello says, great show. Thank you, pal. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Again, thank you, Alyson. This was a lot of fun. And you guys have enjoyed the rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you later.
What will you expect?